Guidelines for local determinations and speed limit factors. Speed limit considerations. Installation commanders shall consider the following when setting maximum safe operation speeds of track condition. FAR classes horizontal curvature, super elevation, sight distances of residential obstacles, sight distances to the highway grade crossing, maximum train stopping distances, and railway car characteristics. B. Annual considerations after affecting speed for the traffic maintained for the FRA Class 2 standards. The maximum operating speed shall be limited to 25 miles per hour. For operating speeds for the above factors shall be renewed to ensure the potential ascendant scenario is not established for exactly what it shall and be raised from 5 to 10 miles per hour. If there is a whistle post or a tracket circling the highway cross, the highway speed may not be allowed to adequately warn to motorists approaching the cross. As noted, any speed encourages speed in the 13 to 20 miles per hour ranges as shall be avoided in section 3.5 noted. When the special services equipment may have unusual suspension and unusual short wheelbase such as a crane and moved in speed and at least limited 10 miles an hour. High and wide loads should be moved and walked at 3 to 5 miles per hour when approaching tight or unverified clearances. Speed shall be reduced to maintain safe margins and valuability. Reduced because of wear of light failure or other causes. Crossing factors. The crossing considerations. To assess the status highway and crossing the installation commander, they shall make inventory crossing from performing a study of how to access the crossings, and from Figure 6.1, the study positions to collect the type of information required from Form 7 and 8, Appendix B. After initial screening, crossings deficient should be reviewed and for synagogue, for signage, or not for synagogue, but food for signage. For other additions to the chains, enhance the safety of crossing. Figure 6.2, 6.4, for example, type of signage changes that should be considered. Additional considerations for additional filing publications should be consulted. Railroad High-Grade Crossing Handbook, latest edition, FHWTS 86215, available from government through government printing offices. Call 202-366-4656. Manual of Uniform Control Devices, Washington, D.C. Federal Highway Administration. See www.ohs.fhw.gov. Current edition, call 202-366-4656 for information on traffic control manual handbooks. Traffic Control Devices, Washington, D.C. Federal Administrator, Highway Administrator, Crossing Information, U.S. Department of Transportation, Federal Railroad Administration, 202-493-6290. Some typical crossing signs, the placement of warning signs and marking preventions. Time on duty. And 3. An employee's time on duty when he reports to work ends and is finally released from duty, he should have at least 8 hours consecutively of enduring the procedure of 24 hours. Employees who work 12 hours more should be given at least 10 consecutive hours of duty before they are allowed to work again. Employees should not work more than over 12 hours without approval of the transportation supervisor. Periods of less than 4 hours or off cannot be counted towards towards the required off-duty time, but should be counted towards time on duty. Railway turn mix. Railway cars, explosive hazard classes 1.1, 1.2, flammable poisonous gas placards shall have at least one car between them and they occupied. The locomotive cars placard, explosive hazard classes 1.1, 1.6, radioactive flammable poisonous gases should be placed consistent to that as such as each group is buffered from the other group, that at least one car. See the Department of Transportation Bureau of Explosives 6000 for information of hazardous material load and segregation charge. Commercial accession of state Background: commercial railroad accesses Navy ordinances that require drop-off pickups and excessive accounts, normally accesses to with the gate of activities permit fences, the lock-in, when not in use when commercial train has to enter the activity personnel, usually securely, most unlock the gate, the activity that ends the captivity of the railway, the commercial train is on an activity, the best security arrangement in the commercial railway accesses to the highest commercial railway car holding area called the bullpen. The bullpen is normally a chain link security fence area inside of an ordnance activity which is long enough to hold a number of cars, which is log gated at each end, and the commercial rail line has a key to the outer gate to the movement in the cars in the Navy has a key to inner gate. The bullpen holding the procedures provide excellent security, accountable for all cars entering and leaving. The activity arrangements cannot be implemented to all the activities due to the track terrain. If these cases other than positive security accountable methods must be implemented, B. Recommendations: facility managers should not arrange procedures in commercial rail across access provided the security are accountable to the bullpen. For bullpen facilities should ensure procedure for bullpen are completely addressed in possible situations. Section 8, Railway Safety Requirements. The mission of the Safety Department is a naval activity to assist the installation commander of ensuring railway operations of activity conducted in a safe manner to help prevent loss of life, to reduce the number and severities of injuries, property